Hello everybody and welcome to the short stories series with the next generation. It's a joy to have with us Evie Scott today. Evie and I met in London. So tell us, what inspired your final project?
I was really inspired by the jacquard punch cards. So you can see throughout my project there's this running polka dot theme and jacquard punch card screen prints that I've done throughout it. I also was lucky enough to be shown through all the silk archives they have. So I was able to take lots of pictures of the patterns and stuff. And there was lots of damask and acanthus patterns, which I decided to take and rework, kind of make it the more modern and contemporary. So I've chopped them up and changed them and done my own drawings of it as well. And as for my colour palette in the project, I looked around Macclesfield and I was really inspired by all the moors and stuff. So where I've got the peachy purples, it's kind of the heathers and the moors from the Peak District, and also there is copper mines as well. So I've got that metallic copper colour running through, with also the greens and blues from the malachite and azurite rock that also grows in there. So all the elements are kind of inspired by Macclesfield, yeah.
That's great. It's absolutely beautiful. It really, really is. And it's so wonderful to hear how much research you've done and the pattern of your collection as well, which for interiors is always part of the storyline. It's always part of the investment that people make. So it's really good that you've picked that up straight away. Tell us about your work. How did you produce it? Which technologies did you use?
So I was originally just a hand screen printer, but I purchased an iPad and I really got to grips with Photoshop and Procreate and things like that. So I've now moved much more digital. My whole collection is basically digital, apart from a few screen prints, and also some laser etch and laser cut that I did and some samples. So I don't draw digitally yet. I kind of still do it all by hand, which I kind of like that element of it because you can still see all the hand-drawn elements. So I do all that in my beginning stages, and then I scan them in and then take them into Photoshop, and that's where I create my repeats and stuff.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And some of the fabrics are digitally printed, and are they onto which fabrics did you choose and why?
So I chose to focus on satins and velvets for this. I kind of just wanted it to look kind of upmarket and high end. Sort of luxury feel to it. So I stuck with velvets and satins, and also I think satin kind of is reminiscent of that silk quality as well, which also relates back to Macclesfield. And I also produced some cotton canvas as well, just because it's good for upholstery with interiors. It's quite solid and also good quality as well.
It's great. I was absolutely bowled over by your collection, Evie. You know, it does look so, it's incredibly stylish. You've really thought about all of it, and it does, slots into the interior. I can really see that you've got a great understanding of the market and the specifications and the materials that it uses, as well as not just that though, you've got an eye for colour and you've also got a really great eye for scale, because there is a scale involved in interiors, especially for furnishing patterns to do with the products that they're then going to be made up for. But of course with digital you could then blow the scale to whatever you want if you were going to take it to a hanging or a feature wallpaper or something like that. So it's lovely to see your work. As we Evie, tell me what's next and where would you like to be in 5 years' time?
So unfortunately due to COVID, I was meant to do a lot of placements throughout uni, but we really didn't have much luck with that. So this year, I'm just going to try to do as much placements as I can through all areas of the textiles and print industry. I want to try out the drawing process. I want to try out the more Photoshop repeat process, and also look into the directing and marketing process as well, because I feel like I could be interested in that. And then the 5-year plan. I'd love to be working for myself, having my own line of wallpapers and fabrics, and hopefully be able to sell to really high-end brands.
Brilliant. Evie, I'm sure you're going to achieve that because you have dotted the I's and crossed the T's all the way through your work at uni, and you can see that in your final collection. So big congrats from us, definitely over here. the print industry are listening, and I'm sure you're going to get snapped up. You should do. And if we're here to help you any way we can. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining, and keep in touch. Okay.
Thank you. Will do.